Hey guys, how's it going? It's Target here. Welcome back to another episode of the Regina Zephyrs be a GM. So we played that first game, lost 2-1. We played the third period. We just couldn't get anything going. So it is what it is. You win some, you lose some, we move on. Let's get this thing going though. Let's get this sim going. What do you guys think about this? All right. Get this. I believe we're going to do well. I think we're going to do well. That was one game. One game doesn't tell all. We've improved the defense, had a more well-rounded offense. Not well-rounded, I suppose. But we have better defense. Oh, there's a loss in OT. So I'm expecting players that didn't produce last year to produce this year. That's the big thing. That top line's going to have to go pretty hard, pretty balls to the wall, if you know what I mean. And, wow, not a good start at all, 4-1. But Yak's got 3 goals in 3 games. Something's going right on that top line. Where are our problems? I thought we would have we added quite the good complement of defense. Wow, 4 losses in a row. What's going on here? I'm done with that trip to the OHL you asked me to do. I'm awaiting your next assignment. Okay, fantastic. What were you doing in the OHL? I don't remember. Oh, wow, look at all those top players. All right, let's scout that for 6 weeks again. Oh, did I just back out without doing it? GM off. I don't know if I did it. Scouting. Assignment. And 6 weeks. Update. Whatever. Either way, it goes. Okay. Let us go to the first again. I kind of want to know this month already. We've done... There we go! Finally, our first win. I thought this was going to be a really good year. I thought this would be the year that we make some serious strides. But maybe not. Maybe we do need to add a bit... Oh, there you go. Maybe we do need to add a better complement on the second line or the first line. Because somebody was saying we need a top elite scorer. And I agree. We do need an elite scorer. But I think we have guys on our team that can fill that role. Or at least work really well together to fill that role. You know, Yakupov and Stewart could do really well. If they each scored 30 goals this year, that's 60 goals. That's pretty good. That's nothing to laugh at. And there's a 2-0 win. Quick finally makes a save for us. So we're 3-4-2 through the first month. Definitely not a good start. Save percentage, we actually are up there. It looks like Jonathan Quick is doing really, really well. Even goals against average, he's at a 186. Crazy. We need to score some goals, though. So, part of the problem is our goal scoring. But I'll wait another month. We'll see how we do here. You know what? I'm going to change it now. I always say that. But, obviously something's going wrong. We have Yakupov and Stewart on the top line. I'm going to do it like this. I'm going to put Tarasenko and Backstrom and Yakupov on the top line. Defense, I'm going to leave power play. Stewart, Yakupov, Tarasenko, Alfredson. Sure, why not? Okay, we'll give that a shot. We'll just see if that switching those two around, put the snipers with the playmaker, gives us any kind of an option there, okay? Let's sim another month. All right, we'll see if we see an increase in production. We need Backstrom to start getting some assists. Green cannot be your leading assist getter. That's ridiculous. All right, and a loss right off the bat. Comes in OT, though. I guess we can handle that. And Yakupov scores again. So, Yaks is doing his job. Let's see if we can score some more, though. We need more goal scorers. There you go, 6-2 win. That's what I'm talking about. And a 2-1 win. Nice, back-to-back. So you can see that actually Jonathan Quick has done really well so far. His goals against average is phenomenal for a team that was below 500. And, here comes the New York Rangers. They're below 500 right now, too. We can't get cocky, though, yeah, because we're on that, like, precipice. We're on the precipice of success. Minnesota. Mini. Oh, they got a lot of OT losses, and we lose again. Come on, man. We need to kick this into high gear. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, at the end of this month, we're going to be doing some reassessing, I think. And people always say I'm really quick to pull the trigger, but you know what? We don't have time in this series. We have to turn it around so quick and be competitive right away. Wow, and then we followed up with a 5-0 win. So I guess that's not bad. And there's another win. Nice. So, man, I want to see where we're going wrong here. That'll be the nice thing when we get to the end of this month to take a peek at that. New Jersey. And a loss in regulation. It was a 1-0 loss. So Jonathan Quick doing his job. Again, we're not scoring goals. And a 3-0 loss. Again, not scoring goals. Somebody score a flipping goal here. I can't wait to get the end of this month. How many more fucking games we got? Wow. 4 games this week. 2 of them against Columbus. There you go. Win against Columbus. Nice. And Tarasenko's up there. No, not enough. Ah, my God. Yeah, wow, we're losing like crazy. Mark Canardi? No. And Backstrom's leading both categories now, so he's doing well on that top line. He's benefiting, so I don't think the top line needs to be changed. We're going to take a look at plus minus. I think that's going to be a huge telling telltale factor, there you go, of what this year has been about so far. Scout assignment. We did the OHL. No. Defense. Goalies. Okay, let's go back to forwards. Let's go with the WHL this time. We got a couple first rounders, so let's scout that for a month. Bittner's there. We know Bittner's a pretty good player. All right, so that's the end of the month. So, goals against average, we are up there, 223. Save percentage, we aren't. Points, we're not. I knew we wouldn't be. Wins, we aren't, because we've only got 6. Oh my goodness, 6 wins for Jonathan Quick. We're not up there for goals. We're not up there for assists. Not good. And where's Regina right now? We're second to last in our division. 7 points out of the playoffs, basically, is what it sits at. That's not good. That is not good. So let's assess. We need to assess here because we need to fix this before it gets too late. Team standings. So we sit 24th in the league, which is horrible. Our goals for per game is 25th, so we're not scoring. Our goals against per game is fantastic at a 2.30. So we need to score more goals, though. We need to get more goal scorers, so I got to figure something out there. Power play goals, we got 13. What's our power play percentage? 17th. It's not bad, but it could be better. Our penalty kill is great, so I don't think we need to change anything on the penalty kill. So let me take a look here. Player stats. We'll find out where our problems lie. Pardon me. Throat's killing me. All right. So Daniel Alfredson obviously looks like a problem. -7. So who's minus right now? Chris Stewart, Daniel Alfredson, Brandon Dubinsky, Ekman Larson, Cronwall, and Gordon. Those are the only ones that are minus. So that second line is not clicking, all right? I think we need to reassess this second line. We need to rebalance it. May need to come through trade. I don't see it sticking like this. It just doesn't make any sense. Yeah, I don't see it happening. We'll see what we can do. We'll see what we can do here. But Ekman Larson, besides the -2, is doing pretty well. 11 points. That's pretty good, considering that he is actually tied for third on the team in points. So Yakupov and Backstrom are doing really well. We've played 23 games. They're not bad. I guess Backstrom's pretty good. Yakupov's not bad. He's doing pretty well. Ekman Larson, no. Well, he's doing well, sorry. Tarasenko, not that great right now. So I think we're playing him out of his position. So, now that we've taken a look at what the problem might be, I want to go to my edit lines. Okay, I want to take a look at my lines. And there's a reason for this. We can kind of assess where the imbalances lie. So we know that all these three guys have a minus, okay? We know that Cronwall and Larson have a minus. That could be for a number of reasons, but we're not going to worry about them too much because they're not all the way minus, okay? We actually might switch them around. We could do this. We could put Hedman on the top line and see if that helps any. Could do that, okay? So we'll do that to fix it. Now, Dwight King, Peverly Ward, Gerby, Gordon, and Jones. Those guys are all doing really well. Gordon's a minus, but he's on the 4th line. All right, so I'm not too worried about it. Our power play isn't great. So we've already established that the problem is scoring. All right, so I think what we would like to do is go out and get that elite scorer. Whether he's on the top line or the second line, I want to get that elite scorer. So we need to do something about this line. Daniel Alfredson, we know we just picked him up. I thought it would be a good trade, but apparently it isn't. Dubinsky as a two-way forward. I mean, he's got pretty good puck skills, pretty good shooting. He's got good face-offs. Is he a great pivot? Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe we could go find a legitimate center for this line, a playmaker and a sniper. Maybe a playmaker, sniper, and a power forward would be nice. If we can move Dubinsky and Alfredson for a playmaker and a sniper, maybe we can get something that we want. So let's have a peek. Let's see what's out there. Let's shop them around. Well, let's go to GM options. We'll go to the trade negotiations, and we'll go to the block. Oh, for God's sake. So glitchy. It's so laggy. There we go. Okay. So we're looking for a forward. I'm going to clear this one. Okay, so we're looking for a forward. A second line forward. I want... what kind of... I want a sniper. I want a guy with 5-star shooting. Okay, let's see what's out there for that. I don't know if there's anything. There's one. Mark Scheifele. Now, everybody said get Scheifele because he's got great shooting, and he's a centerman. So he would solve a couple problems for us right there. Scheifele would. He has a lot of trade value, though. That's the problem, right, that you would find with Scheifele. And he is a top-line center. He could displace Backstrom as our top-line center at some point. We've had Scheifele in the past, so you know what? No, I'm not going to get him. So let's drop this down to... Oh, not that. Let's drop this down to that. Oh, shoot. I hate that when you do it. I hate when you do that, you got to reset it all the time. It's stupid. All right, shooting. Oh, for God's sake, come on. I want 4.5. How many 4.5 star? Okay, so there's quite a few. Now, left wingers, we got Landeskog, Chris Kunitz. Chris Kunitz is 86 overall. That's not even the best shooting I've ever seen. Landeskog, he's got decent shooting, but I don't want a power forward. I want somebody who's actually labeled as a sniper. Let's look at left wingers. There's Lupul. We've had Lupul before. Now, what if we look for a first line forward, okay? First line with that kind of shooting. There's probably quite a few. Okay, there's tons. Now, if we go by overall, and we find somebody that's kind of on the precipice, the edge of it, you know? Evander Kane, no. Matt Molson, no. I don't really want Matt Molson. Patrick Marleau. Pacioretty. Van Riemsdyk's a good shooter. He's 89 overall. Pretty good shot. Not bad. How many goals has he scored? 11. Not bad. So let me go by overall again. Okay. So you got a few guys. Like Matt Molson, 31 years old. A good shot. He could be a good second line option, actually, Matt Molson. He's got a great shot. And how many goals? He put up 10 goals this year. So he's a goal scorer. All right. So Matt Molson may be an option. So let's throw him on there. Okay. Let's throw Matt Molson on there. Now, if we went after... Do they have any centers? First off, do they have any centers? Good centers. They got Sam Gagner, a playmaker, all right? Sammy G's got good puck skills. He's 4 yellow stars still. He'd be an excellent second-line option. His defense is 4 stars, which isn't too bad at all. We'd be sacrificing some defense with him, but that's okay. Sam Gagner. If we went after Sammy G and Matt Molson, and then we gave them... Chris Stewart. And where is our boy here? Daniel Alfredson. Okay. We'd also have to give up somebody else. We'd have to give up somebody else to make this go through because Daniel Alfredson has absolutely no trade value. Chris Stewart's got a pretty good shot. That's a good thing about him. He's got a pretty good shot and he's pretty physical. Sam Gagner isn't physical. We'd be changing the entire dynamic of that second line, but sounds like we need to have that done. He's a -7 right now. He's probably playing the second line. And Matt Molson is probably playing the top line, and he's a +3. So he's doing well, Matt Molson. He's doing really well. What if we gave up... I don't want to give up Tarasenko. I want to have that 1-2 punch. What if we gave up... no, they don't want our first round pick. These are all the players matching their block. Glenny, we could give up Glenny and pick up a player that we could help us now. We could make that move. Or Bennett even. Somebody said Bennett doesn't get any better. I tend to disagree. He might get better. Nylander, he's 58 overall. We probably won't see him in our time. If we gave up a prospect to make something like this go through, it would help us. You know what? I'm going to keep shopping here. I'm going to keep shopping. If we can make this trade, we will. But, not by team. We need by overall. Other way. Wait, who's 96 right now? Crosby. We could go with like Ovechkin. You know he's got a great shot. He scores like crazy. He's only got 11 goals this year. Interesting. Sorry, other way. Who else is there left wing? Matt Molson is the only left wing besides Evander Kane. You've also got Jordan Eberle, 4.5 yellow stars. He's a great sniper, but again, another right winger. 19 points so far, 8 goals. He's okay. You know what? I do like Matt Molson. I really do. There's also Daniel Sedin. He's too old. We gave him up anyway. Thomas Vanek. He's 30 years old. 90-90 with the shot. He's got a good shot. He's only got 6 points this year at a -8. Something's going on there. Patrick Marleau. He's pretty old. 35 years old. I don't want to invest in an aging player like that. Pacioretty. He's a young guy. Great shot. 88-88. But again, he's a power forward. I want that sniper. I want that sniper. I think that possibly Matt Molson is our best option. Whether we pick up a centerman somewhere else, that's to be determined. But if we gave up... What else do they have for centers? Hold on. Centers. They have also got David Legwand, a two-way forward. 75 face-offs. He's not bad. I want to get a nice playmaking center. I really do. If we move Dubinsky to the wing, and we had Sam Gagner playing center, that'd be a good playmaking option. That would be a good playmaker. Okay, let's come back to Matt Molson. Let me take a look here. Let's find a second line forward with, I don't necessarily want good shooting, but I want 5-star puck skills. Who's got that? A couple people. Nathan McKinnon, Cody Hodgson, Yuri Tlusty, Carl Hagelin, Sven Barchi, Kuznetsov, and Ribeiro. Now, what about Tlusty? He's a playmaker, fantastic puck skills, even a good shot, Yuri Tlusty. He's a playmaker, so he's going to be great. His physical categories, defense is not great. That's the only problem. But we'd have Dubinsky to do that. We'd have Dubinsky. Cody Hodgson, another playmaker, 4 green stars, great defense, great shooting, great puck skills, great senses. Cody Hodgson might be a good option for us to replace Dubinsky at center. That might be a good option. I actually like Dubinsky. Or Hodgson, sorry. At 4 green stars, that playmaking ability, I like it. I do. Okay, so what I'm going to do is try and make this Matt Moulson thing go first. Hold on, we just got to get rid of this. All the way down. All the way up. And then we're going to go by... Actually, hold on. Let's just sort... Let's see if there's anybody that's 5 stars. 5-star shooting on the top line of the top. Probably nobody. Probably not many anyway. Yeah, they don't even classify our boy as 5-star shooting. So, he's 4.5. That's fine. That's fine. We need to find a way to score on that second line, though. So, let's do that. Let's do this. Okay. We will put... What do we have here? Matt Moulson. Yeah, I'll put Matt Moulson in here. Oh, now... If I do this, because I'm going to probably... Ooh, this is the only concern I'm having now. If we go with our line as it is now. Okay. You know what? I'm going to come back to this. I'm going to come back. Give me a minute. I'll show you the lines. And we'll rearrange the lines the way I think it should be. Okay. Edit lines. So if we were to do this, we'd have Tarasenko here. Chris Stewart would possibly be expendable. And Daniel Alfredson. Brandon Dubinsky would be moved to the wing. This is what would happen. So basically, we're looking for a playmaking center. Because Tarasenko, what's his shooting category like? 4 stars. It's not bad. Yakupov's shooting category? 4.5. So Yakupov does dip into that upper echelon of shooting, which is why he scores so much. So Tarasenko at 4 stars is not much better than Matt Moulson. Or not much worse than Matt Moulson. So that's not bad. I like, if we put Tarasenko here, Yakupov have a 1-2 punch. Now, for the top line, what would be the problem here? You know, I think Daniel Alfredson is a huge problem here. Mainly because we don't have a playmaking pivot. If we could find, well, you know what? We could still go after Moulson. We could move Chris Stewart for Matt Moulson. Maybe we can get another playmaker. A left wing playmaker. For that top line, hold on. Left wing playmaker here. And we could do another left wing playmaker for Dubinsky. Or Alfredson. Yeah, we'd have to move both. We'd have to move a package deal here. And we'd have to get back a winger that's anything else. Well, it'd have to be 2 playmakers. And one of them would have to be pretty good. We'd have to give up a prospect. Chris Stewart we could probably get for Matt Moulson. Or another playmaker. Yeah, we could do this. We could do this. I'm going to try that instead of going after Moulson. Let me see what's available there. GM options. Let's go to the block. Let's adjust this. Let's look for the first line winger that doesn't have 4.5-star shooting, that has 5-star puck skills. What is there available for that? And we'll sort by overall. So we find somebody in our category. We're looking for a left winger. So there's Jeff Skinner, Taylor Hall, Max Pacioretty. Again, we're getting very expensive here. Van Riemsdyk, Parise. Is there somebody who would be considered a second line forward with those categories? A couple. Yeah, we went over this. Hagelin. Carl Hagelin. Everybody mentioned Hagelin before because he's got great puck skills. He's got good shooting. He would look really good on that top line and would do actually probably pretty well. And even could slot into the second if he doesn't get any better. Carl Hagelin. He's decent defensively. He's okay. He's got great skating. He's tiny. Sven Barchi. You know, he's a sniper. Great shooting. Great puck skills. 4.5 yellow stars. Sven Barchi would be almost a guarantee shoe-in slam dunk. And he's got a great shot as it is now. And not the highest trade value. Evgeny Kuznetsov, a playmaker. He's got fantastic puck skills. Great shooting. Not the best defense. 4 stars, I suppose, is not bad. It's a good second-line player. He could actually fall in as a really good second-line player, Kuznetsov. That's in Chicago. What if we went after Hagelin? I really like the idea of Cody Hodgson, too. Who's got potential? Hagelin's got decent potential. Berchi's got great potential. And he's got great puck skills. He can pass like crazy. And he can score. He is the full meal deal right there. You know what? I'm going to go with Berchi. I know he's a sniper, but hey, maybe he can help us. So Sven Berchi, and this would be for Dubinsky. All right, Dubinsky and Alfredson. Now, I'd have to find a center. So what do they got for me here? Johansson. Ryan Johansson, a center playmaker with decent face-offs, 4.5 yellow stars. Ryan Johansson. Ooh, my goodness. I might have just got chills. They've also got Thomas Hertl. That's it. They got Johansson and Hertl. They'd be giving up basically their best player. He's got good puck skills. He's good playmaking type player, but he's not good enough for the second line. So I think Johansson would be a good option. So if we gave up Dubinsky and Alfredson for Berchi Johansson, we'd have to throw in... Where's players matching block? Tell me they want him. They don't want him. That could be a harm for us. That could be harmful to us. Yeah, that could be a problem. We could throw in Chris Stewart. Do they have anybody else that could play the top line? No, they don't really have it. They got James Neal, but I don't want to pick up Neal. We've had Neal before. I would almost stick with Chris Stewart over that. This won't go through either. I don't want to get Chris Stewart. I don't want to give up Chris Stewart. The guy that I wanted to give up was Glenny, but they don't want him. And the value's not there either. Oh, that's pretty close. They would have to give back something. Hold on. They would have to give us back Fournier. All right. To make it go through. Cap hit would free up a ton. And for us, we'd have to give up like another player. We'd have to give up somebody else. Anybody else that doesn't have a contract here? Peters. It's not enough, though. Trade value-wise, Peters makes up for Fournier. Glenny, Alfredson, Dubinsky. For these two, it's not quite the same. No, these two, like, Dubinsky and Berchi, are they the same? Yeah, Dubinsky and Berchi are rather similar. There's no doubt about that. Dubinsky and Berchi are rather similar. But Johansson, does he equal Glenny and Alfredson? Pretty close. We'd probably have to give up a pick. To be completely honest, I'd probably have to give up a second-round pick. Yeah, I'd probably have to give that up. So if we gave up the second, I would make this trade, I think. Dubinsky, Alfredson, Glenny, Peters, and a second for Berchi, Johansson, and Fournier. Now, what are their numbers like this year before I make this trade? He's got 10 points in 22 games, a -1. But playing together, they might be pretty good. Johansson, 17 points in 22 games. He's doing really well. Ryan Johansson. So, and he's a big playmaker, too. He's a fantastic prospect. I'm going to make the offer. If they accept this, I think we'll do well. Johansson and Berchi for basically Dubinsky and Alfredson. Glenny's a prospect. Yeah, we're giving up the future for now, but I think we've got more now than future. So let's see if this goes through. Will it go? And it won't. The value of what you're asking us to take just isn't up to snuff at all, and it doesn't match our block needs particularly well either. Okay. So the problem is Glenny and Alfredson. Now, if we were to take Alfredson off, could we find a player similar down the line that would be able to play? Like, no, I don't want to give up any of these guys. Okay. So I'd have to take the second off, I think. I'd have to take the second off. I probably have to, if I offered the first for next year, do you think that would be enough? Okay, hold on. Before we do this trade, and I know this video is running long, but I'd rather get this done now than later. We'll go to first. Okay, let's get theirs off. Okay, let's do the pick swap. Let's get them as happy as they can with us. So 7th for 7th. Oh, won't go. 6th for 6th. Won't go. Okay, so that won't work. All right. So now that we know, let's go back to this. Let's give them the first. Well, can we give them any future firsts? Anything else have value? Let's give them the 2019 because we're not going to use it. 2019. All right, we're going to give them Dubinsky. And we're going to give them Alfie. Hold on. Where's Alfredson? The other thing we have to think about here, I think that maybe if we moved, instead of Alfredson, we moved Stewart. All right? Think about this for a sec. If we moved Dubinsky and Stewart for those two guys, and a first from a couple years later, we could probably get Johansson and Berchi. Okay? Now, in our other deal, we would have to move Alfredson and Glennie for somebody. Okay? So, before we do this, okay, that's a possibility as well. Let's look for another second-line player. Let's look for a first-line player with 5 stars. That's not a great overall. That has potential. Okay. Any left wingers? No, they get too high. So second-liners, sorry. Hold on. Second-liners with potential. There was Carl Hagelin. That's right. Carl Hagelin was another option. So let's see if Hagelin. Let's throw Hagelin on there for a sec. Okay. Now, if we threw... Obviously, they're not going to want Alfredson. They don't want Glennie either. Okay. Okay. Oops. I know this is going really long. I just want to try and find some kind of a possibility to show you guys. Search this again. What about Hodgson? Okay, Hodgson's a centerman, but he can play the wing too. He's got great playmaking ability. What about Cody Hodgson? Okay, so let's throw Cody Hodgson on there. And let's throw Glenn. They'll take Glennie. Okay, that's a big plus for us. Now, if we threw Alfredson on, they don't want him. And they can't take any more. We'd also have to throw in this year's first to get Cody Hodgson. And we could probably get something else back for him. Well, actually, you know what? They want more. They probably want more than just that first. They'll take a first from any year. They'll take a first from almost any year. So if we gave him 2020, Alfredson, and Glennie, it might go through. It might actually go through. Go by trade value, and we'll trade Pelchi. All right. So that's the kind of deal we'd be looking at here. We'd probably have to sweeten the pot a little bit. Maybe another first. Maybe the 2018 first. You know what I mean? Or the 2019. To make it just go through. I think that would go through. Glennie and Alfredson for Cody Hodgson. And that would solve our second line problems like crazy. There's a very good defensive player, Cody Hodgson. He's 4 green stars, and we have a lot of potential all of a sudden in the top, and we don't change our bottom 6 very much at all. Anyway, I'm going to stop there, guys. You guys let me know what you think about those 2 trades. There was this one, and then there's the trade that involves Chris Stewart for Sven Berchi and Johansson. So let me know what you guys think about those trades. Will that help us be a better team? It's up to you guys, okay? So leave it there. Until next time, I'm Target Audience, and I'll catch you guys out on the ice.